Yo, what is going on, guys? It is April 9th, and we're back with another trade recap video. Today I'm going to be going over how I made $717. Let me pull up There we go. Yeah, I forgot I had TradeZilla, to be honest, so I linked my account over here. Here was March. This is the last L we took. Oh, why did I go to fucking 2025? Hold on. This is the last L that we took that I was talking about. Or the way we ended off March was with a 1.1 loss. After that, we made it back 950, 1.3, and now 700. And we are now one win away from that payout. I am finally making with that consistency rule because my first win was pretty big. So now I originally had to make 44.2, 4,200, which we are there. We are now at two, I believe it's 2,800. Yeah, 2,800. I'm pretty sure, something like that. Or I think I can. I'm not logged in. I'm not gonna risk that. Nah. But anywho, we're gonna go over what my trade idea was today. What I was. We're gonna go over everything. So, like I said originally, from the last video that I made, I was bullish throughout this whole entire week due to the fact that I wanted to see price complete the retracement. I was bullish up until price came to this fair value gap and expected to see like some start to see some bearish reaction to the downside because in the higher time frames we are bearish on both Nasdaq and ES. But overnight we clearly didn't do jack shit, to be honest. And I was still open to being either bullish or bearish today. Why? Because I was still expecting to see price come down, fill equilibrium, and based off that to see if we're still wanting to continue move up, take out some more low draws on liquidity that we have to the left of us, or if we're just gonna continue this uptrend, create more low resistance draws to the downside, and then come and fill in equilibrium. So I was pretty much neutral today, but from the beginning, I was bullish this week up until here because up until this fair value gap specifically. Why? Because equilibrium lies over here on both ES and on Nasdaq as I have it here as well. We inversed it, so now that idea is gone. We created though a high time frame SMT, as you can see. So I would like to see what price would do now. And then yeah. So this is Tuesday, March 10th, Wednesday, March 11th. Actually, hold on. Same thing. Both of these got taken out. So I mean, well, actually they'd already. Actually, never mind. The SMT is never mind, no longer in play. My bad. Or yeah, no, it wouldn't be considered because that high already got taken out. So I'm just yapping now. But back to what I was saying about today. I'm going a little bit overboard. My bad. I keep forgetting I'm making a YouTube video and I'm just like not just talking to myself. So pretty much I was just waiting to see if we're gonna continue this uptrend, and I was still leaning more bullish because London session did take out a 4-hour low. We did sweep out. 15-minute did confirm a change of order flow. Break of structure. We fill in this gap, so we're still continuing on ES rather than Nasdaq. Nasdaq did still sweep 4-hour low as well and continue and change order flow. And also, while another reason why I was also leaning bearish was because we had a bearish SMT before any of this push up happened. ES hasn't taken out any of these highs yet, while Nasdaq did. So I was still now thinking we're gonna go down, fill in equilibrium, and see if we're gonna still continue this uptrend up. But I also wouldn't say this is my favorite trade. Reasoning why is because I took a trade when both indexes weren't correlated, meaning Nasdaq broke structure to the downside, while ES honestly never did. ES kept pushing up, broke structure to the upside, and remained here. Another reason why I didn't like this trade was because I'm taking the trade on the lagging index that took out these highs while ES didn't. Usually I take the trades on the leading index, but since the leading index hasn't even given any bearish signs, I wasn't still too confident in taking shorts. But once I saw this fair value gap was shown, I was thinking maybe ES is gonna want to resweep these lows and these highs, and then we'll probably flush down. Price comes into this fair value gap. I was still nervous because if NQ inverses this fair value gap, wow. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? There we go. Where was it? Where we broke structure. What time was that? My bad. 10:07. Alright, perfect. We have no fair value gap here to inverse. Still iffy. I I was keeping an eye on ES, and I saw that in order for us to change order flow, we had to break down or close below this low, since we have no fair value gap to inverse. And at that point, if that were to be the case, I would have faded that trade because NQ would have been already close to these lows that I was aiming for. And at that point, why even risk my money for such a shit RR? I'll just wait for tomorrow. But since both ES and NQ made a new low and the 10:09 candle broke structure, we're still in macro. Usually during 9:50 and 10 a.m. we are seeking a draw on liquidity. We are either looking to fill in an imbalancement or fill in equilibrium or take out a draw on liquidity. What is NQ looking to do? Take out a draw on liquidity. ES and NQ both break structure at 10:09 to the downside. What is NQ in? Bearish order flow. What is ES in? Well, let's see. Have we shown any signs of us being bullish or us wanting to be bullish? Any fair value gaps respected, anything like that? No. And this candle over here on NQ, it broke structure to the upside. But what did ES do? It swept liquidity. And what did it do? Continued the downtrend. To me, I would consider this like a B plus setup. It didn't include everything that I wanted, like correlating indexes, which at once when I know that the both indexes are trading at the same time, like both doing the same pattern, I have nothing to worry about. Nothing. But here, I'm not gonna say that I was like calm, but I wasn't freaking out at the same time. But this was my idea. This was my analysis. This is what I took today. I pretty much entered the trade. It was like somewhere around here. It was in the second candle. It was like up here. Put my stops right there. Yeah, because I didn't want to put it here. And I knew it. I knew I was gonna get stopped out, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put it right here." Put my take profit right here. I was originally looking to get like a 1 of 5, but listening to a lot of people what they've told me, just keep it at just in case, because usually, what are we usually aiming for? We're aiming for high time frame draws on liquidity. Why? Because usually those are given points where the market can change directions. Yeah, change directions. So I'm just gonna take my piece of the pie. I had a 1.25 to 1 RR, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, we shot for $717 tomorrow. Hopefully, we just need to make 1.5, and if we don't make 1.5, whatever we make, we'll still take. We still have other trading days, but we're right there for that payout. Pretty ex I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm not trying to let my emotions get to me because job is still not done yet. So we still gotta we still gotta lock in and stay focused. But yeah, man, that's been for today. Tomorrow, I'm still looking for a rebalancement. To be honest, if price still wants to go any higher, it'll be honestly to these draws and liquidity next. But judging by how far it is and the push that we just made, I would want to see like at least some type of retracement. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, fuck it. I always try to get it exactly. So yeah, even though price already came down, filled in a little bit of this fair value gap, I still want to see a little bit more. So we'll see what overnight does. Could come out, do a stop hunt, bullish SMT, go back up again, and then retrace a little bit more down because we are way too overly extended. That is insane. We are way too overly extended, so I am, and we also do have low resistance draws on liquidity to the downside over here. So we will see if we do a stop hunt and then continue this downtrend for a retrace tomorrow, or if we continue being bullish. Apart from that, hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe and talk to y'all later. Peace.